Hey everyone, I'm so glad you can make it back to. No, screw that. That's not how this is gonna sound. This is still video number 1 of Dueling Network, but it's part 2 of 3. In this video, we're gonna do the deck profile of the deck I'm gonna be using for the upcoming duels I'm gonna be recording. So let's go right into that here, deck constructor. Yes, the first one I'm going to be using is indeed a Dark World deck. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going through telling you what each card is, what the quantity in the deck is, and what the main strategy is. So what we got here is we got 3 Beige Vanguard of Dark World, 3 Brow Huntsman of Dark World, 3 Fabled Raven, 1 Goblin King, 3 Grapha Dragon Lord of Dark World, Grand Tactician of Dark World, Kaikihi, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Dark World, Silva, Warlord of Dark World, that takes care of the monsters. We've got 1 Allure of Darkness, 3 Dark World Dealings, Dark World Lightning, 1 Heavy Storm, 3 Dark World Lightning, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, the Gates of Dark World, 3 of them, and that's the spells, 2 bottomless trap holes, 2 magic cylinders, 2 mirror forces, and 1 the forces of darkness. That's the main deck. I don't have a side deck because I normally duel in single, so I don't have I don't do 2 out of 3 to have siding. So anyway, so I have 3 Black Rose Dragons, 2 Fabled Leviathan, 1 Fabled Ragin, 2 Fabled Valkyrus, 1 Scrap Archfiend, 3 Stardust Dragons, and 3 Stygian Surgeons. So, before I get into this, if you see something that you like or don't like about it, you can tell me, but I'm not going to make any adjustments to this deck because I have it molded to the way I like to duel with it. So, if you make a suggestion, I'll look at it and it might be a cool suggestion, but I'm not going to make that change because I don't want to. Even if it's a really good one and it will help my deck out a lot, I just like this deck and I'm not going to make any changes. So, anyways, without further ado, most of the strategy to this deck, well, the off cards, Goblin King, I added that because its effect is pretty cool since all of my monsters are fiends. And it also helps in a pinch when I have that and then the Lure of Darkness. I can just banish that and not waste one of my Dark World monsters. So those are why those 2 cards are in there. It's just kind of to help in a pinch. Other than that, it's basically a main Dark World deck strategy. Like, you use the cards, discard, you use like Dark World Dealings, discard a silver, then you can special summon it, then draw a card and see what happens. I added these because I like these to, put out on the field for an easy bring back up for a Grapha. You're not risking much because if it's like a bottomless or something, they can't activate it. I added 3 Fabled Ravens just because when there was 1, I wasn't drawing it enough, so I added 2 extras and it works out pretty well. I think that that's pretty much it. Other than that, I just normally go with the flow of what's going on with the duel. I'm not sure why I have Brow in this deck, to be honest. Like, it helps draw a card, but I barely ever use that. Dark World is my favorite deck. I keep on saying I'm a lot. I need to stop. This is the deck I'm going to be using next for part 3, the final finale of number 1. And then I'll just go and use it a couple more times for however many times I want to use it and record. That takes care of this video, and stay tuned. for number 1, part 3. This is part 2. I hope you enjoyed.